Hey girls, it's Fearless Friday again, and today I am so excited to share with you something I am so passionate about, and that is taking your dream and turning it into a reality. 2 years ago, I had a dream to be a published author. I wanted to just get books out on the shelves at Barnes and Nobles and just use books to really reach people, but how was I ever going to make this happen, I only dreamed about it in my head, but how could I actually make it happen in real life? Well, there were 5 principles that I applied to my life to make my dream a reality. But I want to show you how the journey looked. Well, it started off as just an idea. I had this short story that I had written for my niece, and it was really simple, really basic, and I just had it on scrap pieces of paper. But you know what the first thing I did was I said to myself, this one day will be a book. I believed in it. I believed in my dream. And you know what? This short story 2 years ago, just a scrap piece of paper, 2 years later, it's a book. How crazy is that? It's like instantly. It's so crazy to say that this small little idea at the beginning 2 years ago, I had no idea would look like this. But you know what? Because I was consistent, because I applied these principles to my life, I was able to take my idea and my dream and turn it into a reality. So that was the first thing I did. I believed in my dream. I said it out loud, this is going to be a book. But you know what? That's not the only thing I did. I didn't just believe in it and all of a sudden, poof, there's my book. I wish. That would have been really awesome. But you know what? There's a lot of other things I had to do as well. I took these scrap pieces of paper and I said, I need to put this in front of me. So you know what I did? I took it and I got this awesome book, which I really encourage you girls to get. This is called My Personal Dreams and Goals book. And I put in here all my dreams and all my goals and everything that I want to do with my life. I put it down, I write it down, and I put it in front of me and I remind myself of my dream and my goal. Well, I took these scrap pieces of paper and I put them inside my book here, and I made a little page that showed me my goal. I made a little printout on my computer and a little Photoshop my name on a book that I imagined my book would look like. I named my book, I put my author name on here, which is Esther Marie, and I said, one day, this will be a book. And you know what? I put it in front of me every single day. I looked at this and I said, one day, my name will be on a book, and I'll be able to use this book to help other girls. And you know what? That was so easy to do, right? But I didn't end there either. Because you know what? Just saying it is not going to make it happen. Just believing in it is not going to make it happen. You actually have to take steps of action to really make things happen. To turn your dream into reality, it's going to take work and it's going to take time. So what was the second thing that I did? Well, the second thing I did was I researched my idea. I researched my dream. I looked into publishers, I looked into self-publishing and publishing houses, and how can I print the book? What size do I want it to be? Do I want it to have color? Do I want it to be black and white? I did a ton of research online. You know what? It was really easy to find stuff about. It was really easy to research, and I found a lot of information. I wrote it all down, and I figured out the best strategy to make my dream become a reality. So I wrote those things down. I began to just create a blueprint of steps that I needed to take. I figured out, hey, I can email this publisher, get some ideas from them, figure out how much pricing is going to be, and I did all the research that I could to figure out how to turn my idea into reality. What was the third thing that I did? I set a realistic goal. Even though I wanted to be this incredible author, I hadn't published one thing. How was I going to be a best-selling author if I hadn't even published one book? So even though I had this great ambition, I needed to set a realistic goal, which was simply write the book. Even though I had this really cool story, this wasn't enough. I had to write the book, and I had to say, okay, my first goal is to just get it on the shelf. My first goal is to just get it done and get it on the market. So my first realistic goal was to just get it done. It's great to have a great, big, gigantic vision for your life, but if you don't have that first goal set that's realistic, that's that first step that you can take, you're not ever going to be able to reach that big, gigantic goal. There's steps that we take that lead us to achieve that great, big goal in life and that achieve our great dream. But ultimately, we need to take it one step at a time. If you're not faithful with little, you can't be ruler over much. If you're not faithful with the small thing that you have in your hand, if I wasn't faithful with keeping the story, if I just tossed it away and said, you know what, this is not even that good, it's got scribblings all over it. If I just said, it's not good enough, it's not a best-selling a book. It's not ever going to sell on the New York Times best-selling list. Of course it's not. No, but you know what? It can be a start for something else, and this can be a start for, the next great thing that I believe God wants me to do with this book. So you know what? I set a realistic goal. So those are the 3 things. Let me recap. I believed in my dream, I researched my dream, and I set realistic goals. Your dream will make way for you towards achieving higher success. You have to just let your dream make way for you. Don't always just try to, buy your way or try to rush along and make things happen. Take time and let your dream make way for you and open up doors of opportunity that you never imagined. Just let it happen naturally, but take every step and don't belittle small steps, because each step gets you one step closer to achieving that great big goal. The 4th thing that I did, and this was probably the hardest thing, was I had to invest in my dream. I had to invest time, and I had to invest finances. I had to believe that this small little story could look like this. Okay, but you know what? This didn't happen without me investing some big bucks into it. Not that big, but big enough for me to be like, whoa, okay, this is an investment. This is not just 10 cents out of my pocket. I need to believe that my dream was valuable enough for me to put my money into it and say, hey, you know what? I want this to look beautiful. I want girls to love this book and to be attracted to it. I want it to really come out really great. I want it to be a great project and excellently done. You know what? That's going to cost you something. Your dream is going to cost you something. And you have to believe enough in it to give it whatever it takes. You need to believe in your dream, to invest time. You need to believe in your dream, to invest money. Because you know what? No one else is going to do it for you. Investors are not going to come to you and say, hey, those scrap pieces of paper that you have, I think they're really attractive. I think I could really see them sell well on the market. They're not going to come to you and see the vision that you have for your dream. You have to believe in your dream yourself. And when you see that vision, just keep investing in it. Just keep sowing into your dream, and I promise you, you will see the return come back to you. Now, 2 years later, after my book has been published, of course, I'm receiving an investment, investment back. I'm receiving a return back. But you know what the greatest return is? Is to see the lives that have been changed by this book. And that has always been the investment that I made was not for financial success, was never for, benefiting my own income, but it was always to see girls valued, always to see girls just growing in who they are. And I think that's the coolest thing, is that when we take, and this leads me to my last point, is when we take our dream and we apply it for a greater cause, man, great things can happen with that dream. You just take all the limits off when you say, okay, you know what? This dream is bigger than myself. I have this desire to be a dancer. I have this desire to be a singer. I have this desire to be an actress. I have this desire to start a business. Whatever your dream is, take the limits off of what you've imagined it to be for yourself and what you've imagined that dream to gain for you, and say, you know what? I want to apply this dream to a greater cause. You know what was the cause for me? The cause was investing in the lives of little girls. The cause was helping girls in Cambodia and Asia, in Thailand, helping them, give them life, give them shelter, give them clothes, give them moms and dads. I wanted to help girls all around the world and show them that they're special, and I wanted to teach girls here in America that they can change the world just by being themselves and that they don't have to be anyone else. And that was my desire, was I wanted to use my dream to help someone else. And that's what I want to encourage you to do. Take your dream and apply it to a cause beyond yourself. Becoming a published author, it was not the end goal, and it's just the beginning. Becoming a published author is just an excuse to value girls. It's just an excuse to help other people. And I want to encourage you, apply these principles to your life. I think the most important thing in dreaming and making our dreams a reality is realizing that it's never just about you. It's never just about your dream. It's about others. I really want to encourage you and make that maybe the biggest point that I want to make in this post, is that dream for others. Don't just dream for yourself. Girls, you are capable of so much. You have so much to offer. You're talented. You're beautiful. You are so special and so unique. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And don't compare yourself to anyone else. Take your dream, invest in it, believe in it, research it, apply it to a cause that's greater than yourself. And girls, I know that you're going to do great things with your dream. I believe in you. I'm so excited for everything that you're going to do with your life, and I want you to share them with me. Share your dreams with me. I encourage you to comment below on the blog post or comment back on Instagram or even email me. My email's on the website. I would love to hear back from you on what your dream is, and I would love to know what I can do to help make your dream a reality. Because you know what? It's no use in just dreaming in our heads and never making it happen in real life. You know what? God gives you those dreams for a reason. He wants to see you just flourish in life. He wants to see you fulfill those dreams. And you know what? I do too. I really want that for you. There is nothing like seeing a dream come to pass and seeing other people be blessed and live a beautiful life because you were paid the price to make that dream come true. So I encourage you girls today. I hope you have a beautiful Fearless Friday. Girls, you're incredible, you're special, you're beautiful, and you can change the world just by being yourself. So, much love from Fearless Friday, Fearless Girl on the blog, and I hope to hear from you soon. Bye.